Alright, what's up everybody, back again. So in this video guys, I wanted to just go over everything we currently know about Ultron. Ultron is a new hero coming in Marvel Rivals towards the end of the month. There has been some new leaks which just surfaced showing some voice lines between certain heroes. So we're going to be covering those as well as I guess everything, we know about Ultron. So like the video, leave a comment, make sure to subscribe. In this video, we're going to give away 2,000 letters to one lucky commenter on this video. Make sure you're in the Discord to see if you won. Right, let's jump into it. So I guess starting from the beginning, like where did Ultron even come from and what is happening? How is he a character in Marvel Rivals and why is he here? So what basically happened was Ultron did an invasion on Krakoa, but he wasn't truly dead. He hacked into the Cerebro resurrection protocols. This is the same system the mutants secretly used to revive themselves. Using this, Ultron resurrected himself and gained access to mutant tech and secrets. To make it even worse, he actually stole Cerebro and he flew to the planet Araco. That's Mars. That's where pretty much most mutants live now. Now, his goal was to reboot his plan for universal domination with even more power and access to mutant resources. And this is now the new evolved Ultron, which is smarter, more dangerous, and steps ahead of everyone. So what did Tony Stark do? Now, Tony Stark realized that nobody can outthink Ultron, not even the smartest minds on Earth. The X-Men, after defeating Ultron before, caused him to abandon his old mechanical body. That old body is still advanced, still intact, and could be a potential weapon. Now, Tony considers to do remote controlling of the old body, but this is too basic. He then thinks about uploading Friday into it, which is too risky. If Ultron hacks her, the Stark secrets are compromised. So Tony chooses the craziest option, which is to reboot the original Ultron and hope he sees the new evolved Ultron as a threat. With the help of Reed Richards, T'Challa, even Peter Parker, and others, Tony installs safeguards and brings back the OG Ultron, not as a hero, but just as a lesser evil to stop the worst new advanced version. So yeah, this is pretty crazy what Tony did, but it seems like this is probably the only way they stand a chance at beating the new Ultron. Have these two Ultron just go at it at each other. Now, going back, obviously we had Ultron's abilities leaked. He's going to be a strategist, a support character. What makes him really unique is he has the ability to fly, if you're not aware. He's going to be one of the first flying strategist characters. Let's go over his abilities. So obviously his left click is Encephalo Ray. This will unleash a burning energy beam. His ultimate, his Q is Rage of Ultron. He can summon Ultron drones to fire Encephalo Rays, damaging enemies or healing allies. His left shift, you can fly quickly in the direction of movement, and then you can enter a free flight mode. And then his E, which is Imperative Patch, command a giant drone to follow an ally, constantly healing allies in its radius, with additional healing for the designated ally. Then you have his right click, which is Imperative Firewall. You can summon drones to grant bonus health to allies within range, centered on himself and the ally marked with Imperative Patch. You've then got Space, which will allow you to fall slowly, and that's pretty much his entire kit. Now, this has been leaked a while back, but obviously those of you guys who are new to the game probably haven't seen this yet, so I thought I'd just throw it in the video anyway. Now, there has been a lot of voice lines leaked between the certain heroes in Marvel Rivals, so yeah, let's go over it. So, Ultron.
Your soft tissue intellect could never have created me, Richards.
So this is between Ultron and Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic says, I never tried, but with another set of axons and dendrites did, you owe your existence to us. And then Ultron says,
and you will owe your extinction to me.
So yeah, you can see these guys just absolutely hate each other. And yeah, you're going to enjoy a lot of the interactions which you're going to see in this video. So next up, we have the first interaction between Ultron and Iron Man. So Ultron says,
you pretend to be a machine, yet you are still organs in a metal shell.
And then Iron Man says, there's an organ called a brain. Ultron, it created you. And I know that drives you crazy. So in the Marvel Rivals world, there's definitely going to be two Ultrons just existing at the same time. You have that super advanced version of Ultron, which I'm assuming is going to be the skin we get for Ultron, which is like the super advanced Ultron. And then you've got the normal Ultron, which was obviously brought back to take out the other advanced Ultron. So the next interaction we have is between Ultron and Hela. Ultron says,
You rule the dead.
And then Hela says, and all those who will be dead. And then Ultron follows up with,
Then I will increase your kingdom.
So yeah, just little digs at each one of the characters. I don't think there's been like any nice interaction. It seems like everyone just hates Ultron, which makes sense, right? He wants to basically wipe out all of humanity. So here we've got a pretty big interaction between Loki and Ultron. So Loki says, you, the mechanical man, and we can help each other achieve our goals. And then Ultron says,
Part of my goal is replacing you.
Loki laughs, replacing mortals you mean. Even after you do that, we as Guardians will remain. And then Ultron says,
We shall see.
Loki follows up with, I know you're planning something with the theme park. Ultron, I'm sure we can benefit each other. Ultron says,
I'll pass. You're a variable I don't need in my equation.
Then Loki says, so I'm too much for the calculated killing machine. Well, I'm flattered. And Loki says, Ultron, I guess there isn't one Avenger you hate more in
Spider-Man.
Loki says, oh really? Not Hank Pym or Anthony Stark or I don't know, Thor? Ultron says,
I've outgrown Stark and Pymba, but the spider doesn't even have a mute button.
So yeah, it seems like Ultron really hates the persistent chatter from Peter Parker. It seems like he is the most, like, I guess, hated Avenger, and Ultron just can't stand him. I think that's actually so funny. Here we've got an interaction between Ultron and Mantis. So Mantis says, fascinating. I can detect strange emanations from you, but no real emotions or feelings. Ultron says,
Fascinating. Obsolete meat can't understand the workings of a superior mind.
Mantis starts by saying, pausing in your war against all life. Ultron? Ultron says,
Prioritizing my targets. You still get your turn.
Then Mantis says, I'll be ready, but for today we fight a common enemy, which signals they were probably on the same team in game, but they still hate each other. And here we've got our first look at the new upcoming Punisher skin, which was designed by Peach Momoko for one of the variant cover comics of Marvel Rivals. Pretty dope design, what do you guys think? And this is the actual comic that it came from, as you can see. And we've actually got another leak, which was sort of like shut down. Yeah, so if you guys remember ages ago, back in like December, there was this, I guess, statue that was leaked of Wanda, like a new Wanda skin. Miller Ross basically followed up and said, unfortunately, that's not a skin. That's a low poly stand-in model used during very early testing of the character. So yeah, unfortunately, that's basically a super early version of Wanda. And it doesn't seem like it's a skin from, I guess, like the comics or like the very old comics. But it was also shown off in the WandaVision TV show when they're like, when Wanda's, I guess, dressed up on Halloween. But that's been the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe. So I did a different editing style for this video. So let me know if you guys appreciate that. As well, if you're not in the Discord, come and join the Discord. I hate to like push it so much, but yeah, it'll be pinned at the top of the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace, guys.